Hi everyone, this is Team Go Cashless from Bournemouth University. As you can see from this slide, these are members of the team as well as their roles in the project. Contactless payment has become a public health standard since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic. Touching and dealing with cash regularly can spread the virus, but contactless payments and shopping online reduces this risk. Settling down in the UK can be challenging for international students. One of their main priorities on arrival is to open a bank account, as they need one to be able to pay for bills, start a phone contract, and receive salaries. International students currently come to the UK with plenty of cash, generally bringing around £1,000. This is because they can't open a UK bank account before arrival, and this process takes 4 to 6 weeks to complete. International students primarily use cash in their first few weeks of arrival, and that will be the case until they are able to have a UK account. They use cash for everyday shopping, eating, and transport, which highly increases the risk of catching the virus. Having an account and a card before arriving to Bournemouth University would reduce the risk of contracting or spreading COVID-19.
To ensure that our project was achievable in the 6-week timeframe, we created a project management plan that included a Gantt chart that was updated frequently as the project progressed. The project was divided into 4 phases, and a responsibility matrix was also created based on knowledge, interest, and skills of each team member. A work breakdown structure was then used to divide up the work into manageable tasks, which were completed in weekly sprints and monitored using a Kanban board. To ensure that our work was of good quality, all work was reviewed by multiple team members in audits and weekly team meetings. We also collaborated frequently with stakeholders throughout the project to ensure that our work was useful and relevant to their needs at all times. We came across a few constraints over the course of the project, the biggest of which were of scope and cost. Since we didn't have the time or resources to set up the payment accounts ourselves, we limited our scope to producing a solution document that outlined the means by which BU could address the issues we found. The other main constraint we found was that of cost. Although we didn't have any monetary cost for our project, we were limited in terms of the time budget for each team member. This meant that although we had multiple solutions in mind, we focused solely on a prepaid card.
We begin by creating a project management plan that defined the approach we use to deliver the intended scope of our project. We are proposing our solution in the form of a solution document. This document proposed will help promote awareness for the issues discussed in the beginning of this presentation, and that will inspire Bournemouth University to tackle the problem and take action upon it. Our continuous and passionate communication approach made us establish a good relationship with our stakeholders, and this helped us to define criteria identified by them that will help facilitate an easy and safe transition for international students and help to live better in a COVID-19 world. We also developed a high-level diagram that gives an overview of the final output of our project. It explains the solution we have proposed as well as the interaction envisioned between all stakeholders in the university. That can be viewed in more details in our solution document along with the swim lane as shown in the next slide.
In this diagram, we explained the process of obtaining the prepaid card about our proposed solution. The flowcharts explains the process of receiving a prepaid card as well as the interaction between BU and the vendors. In this presentation, we have explained what our project is and why it is so important for the university to implement by means which students, especially international students, can pay for their expenses without cash. We have also summarized how we planned the project, some of the constraints that we are faced, and how they are managed. Finally, we talked about the outcomes of the project and provide a high-level view of our solution. We talked about how the prepaid card system could work in practice. Thank you for the listening.